I am homeless and the threatening deceased. I want the light of day to be known by everyone that I have always and ever and alive been myself deceased. The disclosure of my leverage is making me say that I am deceased in so many words. I expound upon itself because I am deceased is now come to myself deceased, being in heaven. That means I am in this Godhead, God form deceased, come to myself deceased in heaven. And then I have no home in the money. So, what do I do about that? I was in money before. Well, you're not supposed to make God live by your money. The money is for yourself to die in prejudice and get an unclean death on yourself if you're using the money and you're not the soul. The soul is myself. I would have all the money in the bank frozen, but I wouldn't need any money for myself. So, what are we to do now that I am revealing that the charges that have been made to myself and the charges that are ongoing over myself deceased, disclosed, those charges are superfluous? That means I'm deceased anyway, and you're making charges on that. You don't believe that I died against yourselves. But you must know that I've ever been alive that way as deceased, and that is myself with the God creating myself, and there is none higher. So why do you disbelieve in that? Well, you're in leverages to get yourself an unclean death in the threatening if you don't have an illegal, alive, unclean death of yourself in a prison. Many of you may need a prison camp where you can die in a mass death, but you're below that, trying to die in public in the death of everybody who's not myself to each other. You want to die that way, and you think I'm going to die with you that way, is why you still charge me money, even though I'm disclosed as being deceased against the charges. And the charges are being made after that. So why is that? Because it's not due to say, no, I'm not going to charge. It's due for you to leave, that you're making a charge in the threatening, and you go to jail and prison alone so that you, in your own prejudice, don't make a charge on somebody who's not in your prejudice. I don't know of any such threat that somebody went to prison so that they wouldn't do something wrong to me. And you may not have enough leverage is not true. You absolutely don't owe it that you do any sin of commission against myself. I am none higher than me deceased. There's no such thing as a sin of commission against myself would be due. I find that whatever is against myself, that's not due, and it's to be punished elsewhere. But you have left me in a position of needing to create yourselves, and I am right here deceased out of creating yourselves. It was already angry before I was alive here in this Godhead. Now I have accumulated so much debt on this God form Godhead that it does look like there will be a creation moving around myself elsewhere, but I would be God deceased there. It's still deceased because I don't owe the motion myself, even though you did everything against myself. I don't have a motion due that I would be creating you to make everything whole. It's true that you're just in properties in dispute and you haven't given up your illegal alives, key fit, banking, hostage. You don't give up that you share a house with multiple rooms. That means you could even be alone in the house, but the house has multiple rooms, and it's in a republic, which means it's disclosed that you have leverage on the house with multiple rooms. That's against yourself. So you can't even be there alone. You have to be outside the house because it's illegal. The house is formed for dung, genital, deceased. And if you have a penis, you cannot be inside the house because you don't have a dung. Genital, deceased, paying out the house is vacant while I'm alive. It's supposed to be a debt to myself, not to you.